your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Hey, good evening to you. Welcome in as we have been dealing with quite the stormy little afternoon and evening. The storm tracker Doppler is full of showers and storms that we've had throughout the region. Take a look. You can see here from, well, south of Potomac, and then you get down near, east of Champaign, and then other little showers here down near Neoga, Casey, Greenup, Marshall fighting some of the rain showers, and then scattered around from Macon to just east of Cerro Gordo. And we've had quite a bit of lightning out there as well. You may be hearing some of those claps of thunder. We'll continue to see these little showers moving across the area. Doesn't feel like it should be storming out with a temperature of only 53, but we've definitely had that. You can see the raindrops on our Neal Street camera. More storms possible through this evening. Temperatures may actually come up a little bit, but soon we're going to be hitting 80. I'll show you when to expect that when we come back. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
She was only referred to as Jane Doe until today, how a TV show helped identify her. And it may look like a bench, but it's so much more than that. Who it's honoring and why.
And she's struggled with her sight all of her life. How one legally blind woman could be able to see.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
We felt like it was the best opportunity we'd seen in a long time.
And it may help them solve a case. Investigators are a step closer to figuring out who killed a woman 25 years ago. Good evening. I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. We have been calling her Jane Doe ever since she was found in 1995.
Her remains were recovered from a field northwest of Thomasboro. Now we know it's Carrie Lynn Wyatt.
WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting is live from the newsroom. So, Courtney, why did it take so long for them to be able to identify her?
Well, Jennifer, there just wasn't much for investigators to work with. Her remains were just bones by the time a farmer spotted them back in 1995. Since then, they've tried a lot of different ways to piece together what she looked like. For example, forensic clay and computer-generated facial recognition. But it was genetic genealogy that helped connect the dots. That's a method Champaign County Coroner Dwayne Northrup said he'd been wanting to try for a while. It would have cost the department about $7,000 to do. But they got an offer from a true crime show producer. That producer said if they could do an episode about the case when and if it's solved, they'd also cover the costs of the genetic extraction.
We jumped at the opportunity and said, sure, if you can do it. So we again sent off some of the remains, had the DNA extracted, and then they went to work on the genetic genealogy. They had it submitted to the open source genealogy databases and started working from there when they had some hits.
And with the profile they created, investigators were able to figure out Wyatt's name. They pinpointed places where she used to work, and they have a list of businesses sprawling from Galva in northwestern Illinois to Texas. Investigators also tracked down Wyatt's parents. They hadn't seen her since 1985 and had no idea what happened to her. She also had 4 siblings who hadn't seen her. Investigators are asking anyone who knows anything about her to call them. We have their number up on our website. Live in the newsroom, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Heartbreaking news to her parents. All right, thank you. Now, Wyatt was last known to be living in Kewanee, that's in northwest Illinois. She went to high school in Galva, but never graduated. We have a detailed list of the places she worked at between 1989 and 1993 on our website. The Decatur police chief is sharing his perspective on the spike in crime and what the city is doing about it. We told you the city is putting up security cameras in the Johns Hill neighborhood. That's an area that sees a heavy amount of criminal activity. There have been more shootings in Decatur so far this year than in the past 5. The chief says security cameras may help to combat that, especially since witnesses can be reluctant to share information. Tonight at 10, we will share more of what the chief says about how they will use the information they get from the security footage. We have an update on a crash that killed a bicyclist and hurt another. It happened October 11th, just outside of Mahomet near Spring Lake Road. Dr. Bill Shue died 2 days after being hit while riding his bike with his family. State police say they are now looking for a white Ford Mustang with a black side view mirror, not a semi-truck. It's between the model years 2010 and 2014. They say it'll have damage to the front right bumper, front right quarter panel, and the right side view mirror was broken off. If you have any information, contact state police.
The University of Illinois Facilities and Services conducted a spill containment exercise this morning. First responders were trained in minimizing, controlling, cleanup, and reporting environmental emergencies. Now, the exercise happens every year and is required by the EPA. FNS plans different drills. This year, it simulated an oil spill by putting a green tracer dye in storm sewers near the Abbott power plant. The dye then traveled to the Boneyard Creek.
Part of the plan with the EPA is for that team to do exercises, and that was today's exercise was to meet that requirement, but also, training to ensure that we are prepared in the event of an actual spill.
The next exercise will be in July. Here's an update on the Landmark Hotel in Urbana. The City Council gave the developers a year extension to start renovations on the building. Icon Hospitality bought the hotel in January with the intention to turn it into a Hilton Tapestry. The developers say the pandemic and stay-at-home order delayed their start date. The council approved that date to be delayed until July 1st. Icon Hospitality plans to open the hotel at the end of 2022.
And another date has been pushed back. This one is the court case over the contested Macon County Sheriff's race. Both sides are still trying to figure out which ballots are still contested. The trial date was set for Thursday. It's instead been moved back to next Tuesday. Protests this year inspired an ordinance in one village. Trustees in Muhammad tonight will decide if large gatherings of people require a permit. They're set to vote on an ordinance that would require advance notice. Groups would have to fill out a form detailing their plans 30 days in advance. The village could also deny the gathering altogether, although an appeals process has been built in. Muhammad was the site of a peaceful protest against police brutality this summer. Trustees may debate if the ordinance violates First Amendment rights.
A Boy Scout in Springfield decided to honor two late public servants in Springfield. Now, Frank and Cinda Edwards' names will be memorialized along Lake Springfield. WCIA 3's Cole Henke joins us from Springfield. So, Cole, how did the Boy Scout come up with this idea?
Well, junior at Sacred Heart Griffin High School, Will Curry, needed an idea for his leadership service project, so he decided to honor the late former Springfield Mayor Frank Edwards and Sangamon County Coroner Cinda Edwards with a memorial bench and a fire hydrant. Frank and Cinda Edwards died in a small plane crash back in January of this year. The two both served as public officials for years in Springfield. Curry got in touch with the Edwards family through a relative and worked with them to pick out a good spot for the bench and fire hydrant.
And they wanted a memorial to Frank and Cinda because they were, as we call it, servants to the community.
The bench overlooks Lake Springfield at the Lindsay boat launch. Curry says that the family told him that's where Frank and Cinda would go a lot. And Curry's using this for his Eagle Scout project, and he partnered with the city in order to get the money to get it done. Paul?
Definitely a thoughtful way to honor those two public servants. Cole, thanks. Now, Frank Edwards served as the fire chief in Springfield and as a council member before being appointed mayor in 2010. Cinda Edwards was the coroner starting in 2011.
One woman is hoping she'll have the chance to see again how her community is trying to give her that gift.
Also tonight, it'll be a fight for the Illini to take home the win on Friday. Why fortune just might be on their side.
And looking pretty dark out here in Danville as rain continues to move in. I want to show you the Almanac. So here we go, 60 and 45. Look at the numbers here. There's your record, 87 and 21 degrees. When we come back, we're going to be talking about, well, the storms that we've got out there tonight. How we're going to be nearing 80 degrees soon, and another big cool down that is in the forecast. That's coming up next.
WCIA 3 News is sponsored by Evergreen Place Assisted Living Champaign.
Bart Optical wants to make your 2020 crystal clear. Right now, we'll give you 50% off a complete second pair of glasses. If you purchased your first pair earlier this year, no worries. We'll still give you 50% off that complete second pair. Pick out your second pair today.
The average Joe had to wait weeks for COVID relief funds to keep their business afloat. But when your bro is a U.S. congressman, you don't wait at all. Rodney Davis's brother received over $1 million and didn't wait more than 2 days. Davis takes care of his special interest donors, too. So by now, we should know. Rodney Davis is always going to put his bros before average Joes. House Majority PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
With people worried about crime, we need Dan Wright as state's attorney. Dan Wright's a proven, tough prosecutor committed to protecting families. That's why Wright's working with police and prosecutors, keeping neighborhoods safe. As state's attorney, Wright's put violent criminals behind bars. Wright's fighting sexual and physical abuse in schools and human trafficking. And Wright helps victims find the justice they deserve. Dan Wright for state's attorney. What we need in tough times.
Before you sign this year's lease, see if your farmland is eligible for a cash offer from Tillable. During uncertain times, lock in 3 years' rent in cash, paid up front, or annually. Get your cash offer today. Call 844-FARM-200.
At Bart Optical, we'll give you an amazing 50% off a complete second pair of glasses, even if you purchase your first pair somewhere else. Just bring in a copy of the receipt, and we'll give you 50% off that complete second pair with us today. Bart Optical, vision for life.
WCIA 3 is celebrating our 10 Danville Fall Edition this Friday with a half-hour special at 6:30. Sponsored by Prairie Commons Business Collective and Illinois Pork Producers. This portion of WCIA 3 News is brought to you by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Now, Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with meteorologist Kevin Lighty.
Showers, thunderstorms across the area. A little noisy out there, hasn't it been for some of you? And you can see here, not much going on in Champaign County now, but we got a few little showers still showing up here north of Champaign, maybe close to Rantoul. And you can see from Thomasboro over towards Flatville, near Gifford, a little bit of rain showing up here. And again, a few lightning strikes here and there. You can see over towards now east of Newman. And Fairmount also seeing that, and then other activity down south of Charleston, kind of northwest of Greenup, Casey, you've got some showers, and near the Kansas area of Edgar County. So rain all around. We kind of widen out, put the loop, and you can see how we see these little bands continuing to move across. So still dealing with these showers as we go throughout tonight, and maybe some thunderstorms. That's exactly what our future track is also showing us here through 10 o'clock tonight. Still a little bit of rain out there during the overnight hours. I think things will calm down by tomorrow morning. Now, temperatures, they don't feel like they should be, you shouldn't feel like it's storming out when it's only around 53 degrees, but that's what we've got as we've got a front kind of moving through the area. Temperatures kind of jump around a little bit here, may actually come up a few degrees overnight before falling back down to the low 50s. So let's do some water towers in St. Joe, expecting tomorrow's high of 61 degrees. Cerro Gordo, a high also around 62. Still, quite a bit of cloud cover is expected in places like Latham with a high around 62 degrees. So we could also see some additional showers across the area late Wednesday as another front moves through. But that's a warm front that's going to continue to keep things dry and very warm for Thursday. But it is system after system after system here. So there goes the warm front Thursday, a nice day there. And then the cold front Friday brings us another round of showers and thunderstorms late into the weekend. We'll see another one. We are just seeing basically a kind of a training of these systems one after another. The jet stream positioned in a perfect position to continue to bring us some rain. All right, here we go. Air or heat? It's a little bit of everything. Take a look at this here. Take a look at our graphic here. So we're going to say turning on some of the heat for tomorrow, only a high of 62. Thursday, complete opposite. You may actually need a little bit of air, forecasting a high of 80. Friday, you might be able to shut things off altogether because 73 is the high, 60 is the low. But then by Saturday, you're cranking the heat once again. So just look at the swings here. No heat, maybe some air conditioning, shut it off, back to the heat. Pretty active stuff here. Okay, your forecast here again for tomorrow, back to around 62, mostly cloudy, and cool conditions can be expected. Don't forget, you can download the WCIA3 weather app, free download for you right there. The radar feature on this came in really handy for some of the folks who are out and about and probably heard the thunder and go, oh, let's see what's going on. So make sure you download that. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast now. Cloud cover tomorrow. 80s Thursday. That's great. Still a warm 73 Friday, but thunderstorms. And then you're looking at showers Sunday, maybe around Monday there. And then look at your high by next Tuesday, a week from today. The high is 48. 48 degrees here in a week. So big swings, though. We'll take the 80 Thursday.
I feel like we need a reenactment of when you jumped.
I was
your chair.
Again, I was listening to Crisscross Jump.
Yeah, is that what it was?
Big thunder boomer.
When thunder struck?
Jump.
Made the
Jump.
meteorologist.
Yes, and then AC/DC Thunderstruck I was listening to as well. So.
All right, thank you. Good cover. Almanac has put in a lot of time on the court, and he is hoping to do one thing before graduating this year. We'll tell you what it is.
Plus, she lost her sight. Now science could help bring it back. How the heart of her community is with her the entire way.
When the pandemic hit, experts were predicting another Great Depression. But Congress stepped up and passed a bipartisan bill to rescue our economy. The Paycheck Protection Program has saved over 50 million American jobs, 2 million in Illinois, at small businesses like this. But it shouldn't take a national crisis for Democrats and Republicans to work together. I'm Rodney Davis. I approve this message because I'm fighting every day to bring both parties together and solve problems for Illinois families.
Make no mistake about it, Rodney Davis has turned his back on Illinois. Davis has taken $50,000 from ComEd's parent company and its executives and personally lobbied to give them a corporate bailout while they raised rates. As our small businesses struggled to stay open during the pandemic, Davis's family's business got $1 million in federal help just 2 days after money was made available. Nope, Rodney Davis isn't working for us. He's only working for himself. DCCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
There's this guy. He's got special powers. Because when he's around, everyone calms down. It's like he heals stuff with his bare hands. I don't know what he's got up his sleeve, but it's probably magic. My dad calls him Carl, but I call him the Furnace Whisperer.
Call Chief Power Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS or visit chiefpower.com for more details.
I'm deeply concerned about the tax hike amendment.
It gives Springfield politicians new power to increase income taxes on anyone,
including middle-income families like mine,
and hard-working Illinoisans like me.
They would even have the power to tax my retirement income.
We don't trust Springfield politicians to be fair to taxpayers. Do you?
Please stand with family farmers and small businesses and vote no.
Please vote no on the tax hike amendment.
There's a little something everyone will enjoy at the Vermilion River Beer Company. Take your pick of over 100 different selections of craft beers, ciders, wines, and spirits. Vermilion River Beer Company, located in downtown Danville. It's good beer.
The WCIA 3 weather team brings you a bird's eye view of your town's forecast with Water Tower Weather.
That isolated chance of a storm, especially in the afternoon.
Water Tower Weather, sponsored by Pure. Live from your local news leader, Jennifer Roscoe, Paul Cicchini, Central Illinois' most accurate forecast, with meteorologist Kevin Whitey and Brett Behrens on sports. You're watching WCIA 3 News at 6.
The Teutopolis community is stepping up to help out a neighbor in need.
They're hoping to give her the gift of sight. WCIA 3's Gabrielle Cook has the story.
Kathy Tinson is looking forward to possibly being able to see again. She's legally blind, but she has hope of changing that because of stem cell research.
73% have seen success from the surgery. I'm very optimistic, and I was approved, and I will be heading there next week, as a matter of fact, hopefully.
One of Tinson's stepdaughters decided to start a GoFundMe to help her get that surgery, and she's already seen a lot of support.
I am absolutely overwhelmed with the generosity, the thoughtfulness, the love, the encouragement. I can't say enough about the community.
One of the things she misses doing is helping her husband on the farm.
Everything that we need to help her, she was right there helping.
Since her childhood, she's struggled with sight and has had up to 10 surgeries on her right eye alone, but that doesn't stop her. The reason why she keeps going every day is because of her kids.
My kids. I love my kids. I'm here for my kids.
If you're interested in learning more about how you can help Tenson reach her surgery goal, visit our website, WCIA.com. And here are a few facts about blindness you may not know. Someone can be legally blind but still see colors and shapes. 10 to 15% can't see at all. Regular health exams could prevent some blindness.
All right, Brett is here, and we're actually going to be talking about a former Illini.
Yeah, that's right. Got some big-time praise last night on a national TV broadcast. We'll have more on that coming up. We're talking some basketball as well as DeMonte Williams. Ready to go in his senior season. He's had a pretty long road to get to this point, being one of the Illini defensive stalwarts. Hear from him next.
Watch Capital Connection, Sunday mornings at 10:30 on WCIA 3.
Tomorrow on CI Living, we're making a mouth-watering double-cut pork chop with a possum trot.
Plus, singer-songwriter Ella Gibson is back with us. Set your DVR for 4.
At Christie Clinic, we've implemented necessary changes in the way we're delivering care to protect you, your family, our team members, and the community. Your local providers are still here caring for you, just in different ways. Telehealth appointments, in-person appointments with enhanced precautions, convenient care. All appointments are open, and Christie Clinic is now scheduling elective procedures. We're here and ready to see you. Stay well with Christie Clinic.
For over 60 years, wishes have come true at Blaine's Farm and Fleet's original Toyland. And now through Wednesday, our Toyland celebration has great deals for everyone's wish list. Like these present pets, only $39.99. Special buy pressure cookers are just $59.99 while supplies last. This performance tool pneumatic shop stool is half off. And donate an unwrapped toy to Kids Helping Kids and we'll match it up to $200,000. Wishes do come true. Now through Wednesday at Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland celebration.
News reports revealed the FBI raided the home of Betsy Lonergan's donor, a former lieutenant in Madigan's machine. She didn't learn her lesson. Instead, she doubled down. With the feds circling in on Mike Madigan, Lonergan established a joint pact with a Madigan-controlled political organization. She just can't help herself. Betsy Lonergan is all about the money. She'll never work for you. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
When it comes to medical emergencies, out here, every second counts. Delays can be fatal. So I asked Senator Durbin to help EMTs and firefighters to save our rural communities. He listened and led the fight to pass the Siren Act, to recruit and train first responders, to buy the equipment we need to save lives. My community counts on me. It's good to know that we can count on Senator Durbin.
Dick Durbin, a senator for times like these.
I'm Dick Durbin, and I approve this message.
From the official television station of Illini Sports, this is WCIA 3 Sports and your Illini Nation.
Illinois football will have to win in the trenches to beat 14th-ranked Wisconsin Friday night. The Illini largely did that in last year's upset victory in Champaign. They returned 4 starters from that group, and that bodes well for the Orange and Blue once again. Vertus Brown is the 5th starter. He won the right guard spot over Jordan Slaughter in training camp, making the group an all-Illini O-line. They're also one of the most experienced in the country with 125 combined career starts, and they'll head north with plenty of Lincoln pride.
It's special just to come from the home state and playing in that home school. I think there's, an added level of pride, and, you want to represent your state well. And
every one of the guys are products of the great high school football that we have in our state. Some great coaches, and it means an awful lot when those great coaches send their players to the flagship university of our state.
Pro Football Focus rates the Illinois O-line as the highest rated 5 in the Big Ten.
This second-year player out of Illinois, 7th-round pick. He is just destroying people up front.
Speaking of Illinois, guys, former 2-time Illini captain Nick Allegretti has the attention of Hall of Fame quarterback Troy Aikman. He praised the Kansas City O-lineman last night in the Chiefs' win at Buffalo. Usually a backup, an injury allowed Allegretti to get into the game, and he made the most out of his opportunity.
Nicky Allegretti, before him, Teddy Karras, they keep on pushing down this culture of O-line pride. I mean, just those guys that helped us, just showed us how to work, and just knowing, every single, nothing is guaranteed. Every single day, you have to come in and work and get better.
Allegretti won a Super Bowl with the Chiefs last season in his first year in the league. Still no basketball schedule yet for the Illini, who can open the season in just 36 days. The team is nearly a week into official practices as they look to pick up where they left off in March in that win against Iowa. One guy who played well down the stretch, DeMonte Williams, the now senior, started 22 out of the last 23 games and had a big night against Iowa in what proved to be the season finale, scoring 9 points, including 2 threes. The Peoria native has been a staple defensively, the biggest reason he's played in 95 games the last 3 years.
I mean, time flew by fast. But yeah, I just wanted to come here and give it my all and help the culture get back to how it was when my dad and D. Brandon was here. Through a lot of downs since my whole 4 years here, but we came in each and every day and ready to work. So getting a chance to play in the NCAA tournament would be big.
Williams and Trent Frazier are the 2 scholarship seniors on the roster and the only 2 guys that were here in Brett Underwood's first year that will close out this kind of recruiting class, all playing for Underwood.
All right. Thank you so much. People may be dealing with COVID-19 fatigue. Why officials say you can't give in to it.
Plus, it's more than a century old and it's back up and running. How it took a village to make it happen in our town, Danville.
Sports on WCIA 3 is brought to you by PNP Heating and Cooling.
Bart Optical wants to make your 2020 crystal clear. Right now, we'll give you 50% off a complete second pair of glasses. If you purchased your first pair earlier this year, no worries. We'll still give you 50% off that complete second pair. Pick out your second pair today.
It's either the billionaires or us.
The Chicago billionaires or us.
Seems like an easy decision to me.
Illinois is in financial trouble. We all know that.
The fair tax will decide who pays to get us out of it.
The billionaires or us.
The more you make, the more you'll have to pay. It makes a lot of sense to me.
No one making less than $250,000 will pay a dime more.
And 97% of Illinoisans will get a tax cut. Yes, a tax cut.
It's either the billionaires or us.
Vote yes on the fair tax.
At Dick Van Dyke Appliance World in Champaign, we'll beat any competitor's deal. We'll beat any sales deal, any advertised deal, any negotiated deal, any internet deal. I guarantee the best deal on your next appliance purchase.
Angela's trying to decide to get this GE French door refrigerator from Dick Van Dyke or the big online dealer. Dick Van Dyke has fast repair service.
They don't.
A free 5 to 10 year protection plan.
They don't.
After delivery and warranty, we'll save her $67. She's buying from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Hey, it's time to get your home holiday ready. Hi, I'm Tim the Blind Man, and the Season of Style Savings Event comes just in time with rebate savings on beautiful and innovative Hunter Douglas window fastenings. From honeycomb shades to sheers, choose from several styles that best complement your home decor for the holidays and year-round.
Limitations and restrictions apply.
Take advantage of rebate savings and more during the Hunter Douglas Season of Style Savings Event going on now through December 7th at the Blind Man Hunter Douglas Gallery, Champaign.
Menards is your complete plumbing headquarters. Save on over 300 kitchen and bath faucets from Moen in the store and on Menards.com. Moen faucets give you a lifetime of beauty, reliability, and innovative features. Moen products are built to last in all the latest styles and finishes to match your home's decor. All Moen faucets are 11% off. Save big money and get 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
At Bart Optical, we'll give you an amazing 50% off a complete second pair of glasses, even if you purchase your first pair somewhere else. Just bring in a copy of the receipt, and we'll give you 50% off that complete second pair with us today. Bart Optical, vision for life.
Looking for a job? Check out the new WCIA 3 job board. Get matched to great opportunities based on your resume. Apply in one click. Go to WCIA.com and find your next job. WCIA 3 News is brought to you by Spiro's Law.
Okay, if you're trying to get out there and, take care of the leaves, these are the best days to do it. I would say tomorrow actually is a good day. Rain chances are low and the winds are light. It gets worse Thursday because you're talking about stronger winds. I think we're dry. But then Friday, you've got both winds and a pretty good chance of rain. So if you're getting out there, as I know Jennifer Rasco loves to do, is take care of the lawn work and, leaf blower and rake the leaves. And
right now my husband's at home laughing and laughing.
Yes.
None of that is true.
None of that is true.
No. Okay, but speaking of the outdoors, we've got a bright spot today. for you. Oh. All right, Debbie sent us this. Okay, so you remember Regina's squirrel had dove into the pumpkin?
Dove into the pumpkin, yeah.
Well, now we've got this squirrel, and look at how nice and neat.
Yeah, doing it row by row.
Nibbling on that corn on the cob, one row at a time.
Is that how you eat it too?
One row at a time?
Yeah.
No, I go around.
Oh.
Wait, how do I do it?
Well, you do it.
Oh, no, maybe I go across. Now I don't know.
No, you don't even know.
All right, let us know.
How do you eat your corn?
How do we eat corn? How do you eat corn? All right, and if you want to share your good news, go to Facebook. We've got a post there. You can also email us.
All right, one company is trying to keep its workers safe after a COVID outbreak. That story and more after the break.